We are live, turned off thinking about. Yes. All right.
Hi, YouTube friends.
All right. Thanks for being here, everybody.
We're playing The Great Unawakening. No, playing I Turned Off Thinking About in full, starting with The Great Unawakening.
Starting with The Great Unawakening.
After we awaken Facebook and Instagram.
Ready?
Okay, here I go.
All right. And we are off. All right, everybody.
Hi,
welcome.
Hi,
Good evening.
Instagram.
Good evening.
I'm just getting you set
We
up
are
here.
playing
How's that?
the first David Wax Museum record. And
Ever.
the first David Wax Museum record.
It wasn't the first David Wax record, was it?
No. I did a little something before that. And there we go. All right.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Oh, thanks for being here, friends.
Tuesday. All right, paste that in that.
Okay. Thank you guys so much for being here. We're playing the first record that was put out under the name David Wax Museum tonight. It's The Great Unawakening. Our clothes dripped away as we slept. Our clothes dripped away as we slept. And we just rolled through shopping malls. Our clothes dripped away as we slept. And we just rolled through shopping malls.
Our clothes dripped away as we slept. Our clothes dripped away as we slept. We just rolled through shopping malls. Our clothes dripped away as we slept. And we just rolled through shopping malls.
Nylon jumpsuit schlep. Our bodies through air-conditioned halls. Our clothes dripped away as we slept. And we just rolled through shopping malls.
Our nylon jumpsuit schlep. Our bodies through air-conditioned halls. Our clothes dripped away as we slept. And we just rolled through shopping malls.
We're chained to the pedals of a big bed, identified mistakenly as the answer to our problems. In the age of the Great Unawakening. How does one become a citizen? How does one become a citizen of a nation in recline? How does one become a citizen of a nation in recline?
How does one become a citizen? How does one become a citizen of a nation in decline? How does one become a citizen of a nation in decline?
Just dry your heart out like finishing. And hang it on a clothesline. That's how one becomes a citizen of a nation in decline.
Dry your heart out like venison. And hang it on a clothesline. That's how one becomes a citizen of a nation in decline.
We're chained to the pedals of a big bed, identified mistakenly as the answer to our problems. In the age of the Great Unawakening. Oh, good evening, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. All right.
Gabby?
We are so happy to be playing our first record. I mean, it's not, I don't know how to, there's a lot of things to say about this. I don't want to disparage this record because it's a special little record. But it was before I met Suze. I made it before I met Suze, so it's not that special. Because it's missing Suze's editing and voice and violin playing and just the je ne sais quoi that you put on everything that came after. So it's lacking in something. But it has its own charm. It was a special record that opened doors for us to just have something to go up on the MySpace page. You know, you had to have something.
Totally.
We didn't have anything.
Totally.
And it got us an opening gig with the Avett Brothers because Scott Avett heard that song. And so I'm very grateful for this record, for my cousin Jordan Wax, who helped me put it together, and our friend Taylor Bacon, who produced it. And just in 2 days at his house, we just recorded it with just
Oh, really?
no
That's what it
self.
was?
We were not self-conscious about it at all. It was just like Jordan and I were learning the songs. We went over to Taylor's like, hey, I'm working on building up this home studio. Do you want to come over and do it? Just like that. Easy peasy. So
Wow. If people are in love with these songs, where can they buy this record? Is it for
I
sale
don't know if it's
anywhere?
for sale. If you just have to reach out to us, and I'll just mail it to you. I'll just mail this to you. Has anybody ever heard this record? First of all, if you've heard this record, please let us know.
Give a wave.
Just give us a wave or
Virtual
say
wave.
what a song that you're excited to hear tonight. I know this is a night that's for the diehards. So thank you guys so much for hanging out on the Tuesday night show. What year was it? It came out in February of 2008, and I recorded it in August of 2007.
And we met in 7?
October of 07.
So it hadn't come out yet?
It hadn't come out yet. Yeah.
What did we do for the
First couple of
ceremonies
gigs?
of
Well, we
that?
played the back room of the Burn. Was kind of like, I had these for sale, but it wasn't. I was like
For
so
$5.
disorganized. Yeah.
They're $5,
I was
I
too
think.
disorganized to like have like a proper CD release. It just never came together, you know. So it's just like we had a gig and we have it for sale and it's for sale and that's it.
That was it.
That was a
I remember
special
that
gig
show.
though. That
It
was a
great
great
show.
gig. So
I got so many date asks that
I
night,
know you
remember?
got so many. I had so many people like, is Sue's seen anybody? Can you
Was
get me
I?
her
I
number?
can't remember.
No, you weren't at that time. So that's why it was
I had
people
so
were
many
like,
dates.
all right, this is. I could never take you home at the end of the night when we're all alone. So why am I getting worked up over nothing? I could never treat you right. You need someone who can hold you tight and whose bed is big and empty. Have mercy on me, darling, can't you see how weak I am? It's not just an act, I'm holding it back, buckling like a dam. I could never kiss your shoulder, so you're covered up as the air gets colder, which is a sensible thing to do. I could never lie straight-faced, crookedly I do it with grace. I'm scarcely attracted to you. Have mercy on me, a splitting tree who knows how it'll grow. It may look strong, but there's something wrong. The wind knocks it to and fro. Alright, have mercy on me, a splitting tree who knows how it'll grow. It may look strong, but there's something wrong. The wind knocks it to and fro. I could never take you home at the end of the night when we're all alone. So why am I getting worked up? Why am I getting worked up? Why am I getting worked up over nothing? All right, thank you, friends. We're here doing our Tuesday night live stream.
I missed all these. I'm gonna read some comments.
Oh, all right. We are playing the first record that I ever recorded that I called David Wax Museum. We had to have a name. it was before I met Suze that I made this record. Some of these songs we've never performed before, so it's going to be exciting tonight. And some are ones that we've played or that have kind of a special place in band lore. I'm excited about Rosemar. That was the first song we really sang together where I was like, oh yeah,
This is happening.
this is. There's some other ones that I'm excited to dig into tonight with you. If you don't have this, I don't know how you can get it except just reach out to us, send me an email and say, could I get that record? And then I'll just send you one in the mail. Look how light it is. I can just like put it in an envelope.
No, we're going to put a stamp on it.
Okay. Well, we're going to just put a stamp on this, a 70-cent stamp. It doesn't cost us anything.
It's just a beautiful butterfly stamp. I've got plenty of them.
You can't really tell the artwork. It's there's just like a DIY spirit to this record. So I'm excited to get to play these songs for you. For those of you that don't know the deep catalog of the Wax Museum, some of these songs are very old. They've been kind of kicking around for a while. This one, I mean, is probably easily 20 years old. And it's one that we've played just in the quarantine, which has been nice because some people have requested it. It's called Nervous Love.
Can I just make sure I'm in tune with you?
Yeah. Tune up a little bit.
I think you could tune a smidge, yeah.
Give me 1 second.
What else can I tell them about?
Maybe about this. That we played a show the other day for the first time in the house show. Yeah, the
We
porch
played a
show.
porch concert here in Charlottesville last weekend, and it was really special. I really recommend asking your friends who have porches to hire a band to play for them. It really meant a lot to us to get to play. And it was raining, and people still came, and they kind of sat on this long porch and out in the grass in their raincoats. And I don't know what else to say about it.
Would we do more then? Would we do more if anybody reached out to us?
If anyone lives anywhere nearby, someone even suggested, a guy afterwards said, can I pay you $100 to come play me 3 songs on my porch? And I thought, yeah, I think I might do that. Anyway, if you live close by, let us know how many songs you need, and we'd love to come and play for you. Kenneth Brodigan, I see your question about New Hope. Which New Hope? Which state is New Hope in? I'm sure we have played near you.
All right.
All right.
That was pretty out of tune, so thank you for catching that. Love had always been a woman's naked back in a window, hair unbraided. So now the love's within arm's reach. Instead of butterflies in the stomach, I get cicadas. Oh, I've been waiting for some explosion to go off in your heart. I've got a nervous love. Nervous love, I've got a nervous love for you. Love had always been a woman's distant laugh, heard through thin walls, wallpaper wheezing. And loneliness meant laughter, this world into one, and the sound of wallpaper became pleasing. Oh, I've been waiting for some explosion to go off in your heart. I've got a nervous love. Nervous love, I've got a nervous love for you. eyelids, drooping like neglected flowers. And when your eyes are shut, you see just what you want. That's why behind closed eyelids we all cower. Oh, I've been waiting for some explosion to go off in your heart. I've got a nervous love. Nervous love. I've got a nervous love for you. That was beautiful.
Thanks. You played it so quick. It went by so fast.
Oh.
It was over so soon.
I feel like that could be a song we might play more. I don't know. I feel like playing it again. It's like, that's been a lovely thing about the pandemic. I mean, there's so many terrible things about what right now, but I feel like just having an excuse to kind of dig back into the catalog and to kind of have an audience like all of you that have joined us here tonight, where we didn't really even promote the show tonight. We had so much going on our end, and just to have you all gathered here and we're able to kind of dig back into these old songs that we never would have done that. And so we kind of look for that silver lining and feel grateful for this community. So thank you guys so much for being here tonight.
Did you notice how people are saying hi to each other? They don't know each other except for that they've been watching. That's so cute.
We've been doing this since mid-March, so we really appreciate that. Those of you that have been here time and time again. I don't know how many we've done now. This is, at some point we should count. But we've done private Zoom shows for we did a wedding party the other day, which was so lovely. That was so fun to get to do that. We never would have been able to make it happen for us to kind of fly to Missouri for a wedding, but we were able to play for them and their whole community and do it on Zoom. So something like that is interesting to you.
Getting married, if anyone's getting married out
there.
If you're getting married,
call us. If you're having a bar mitzvah and you need we're probably not the best bar mitzvah band, but I know a great bar mitzvah band, a one-man band in Santa Fe, New Mexico that I'm going to hook you up with. So
Zoom into you. No problem.
All right. Rosamund, if you put on that fancy dress, Rosamund, I still won't be impressed. Rosamund, if you touch me under the table, Rosamund, I still won't be your sailor. Have amazing willpower, and I'm not afraid to use it. All of these feelings, be careful not to confuse them with love. With love. Rosamund, if you wear a sweet perfume, Rosamund, Rosemar, I still won't come to your room. Rosemar, Rosemar, if you let down your head. Rosemar, Rosemar, I still won't care. I have amazing willpower, and I'm not afraid to use it. All of these feelings, be careful not to confuse them with love. With Rosemar, Rosemar, if you turn out the light. Rosemar, Rosemar, maybe I won't put up a fight. Rosemar, Rosemar, you take off that fancy dress. Rosemar, Rosemar, oh, I'm impressed. I have amazing willpower, and I'm not afraid to use it. All of these feelings, be careful not to confuse them with love. Oh, wow. All right, so now you can see why I wanted to sing with her. We got to sing that song together when we first met, and I was like, that's it. That's it. I just want to sing with this lady more and more. What a pleasure. It just like totally changed that song for me, I think, to sing it with a woman too. I feel like that, and it was like just had just like, I don't know, just like took on a very different complexity, I guess, than just dude singing it.
Alone in your closet, right? Used to sing.
Just a dude singing in a little room. Oh, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. We're playing the first record put out under the name David Wax Museum in 2008, and we're so happy to have you joining us. We're accepting any amount of tip. It doesn't have to be big because there's so many of you watching from all over the United States and afar. So any amount can add up. If everybody pitches in, if you guys are able, we appreciate it very much. The little handles for Venmo and PayPal are there on the stream. And we also have a Patreon website going. like so many other bands, other friends of ours, that's how we're getting through this period, is kind of building up a community of people that are kind of just pledging a monthly or a yearly amount into the pot. And then that helps us plan and know that we're going to cover rent and be able to start thinking about new records. We're working on a new Sue's solo record that's amazing. And we're working on a new Wax Museum record, and we just mastered the full band new record of ours that'll come out next year. So lots of things in the pipeline. So even though we're casting an eye back to the past tonight, back to 2007, 2008, but really our head space is in lots of new music. So we're so excited to be bringing new music to you as soon as possible. So that's my pitch. More songs now. Is that all right?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
All right.
Did I do any special pedal on this one thing?
No, it's just kind of going back and forth between Ode and Pits. There was a bridge, no railroad bridge. There was a bridge, no railroad bridge. Its cables like the ribs of a sprawling dead bear. I said so, but she didn't care. There wasn't anything she couldn't unhinge. There was a moon, it was more like the ghost of a moon. There was a moon, though it was more like the ghost of a moon. Bone white for all the blood had been drained. She'd been dancing all night on an ankle twice as sprained. I tried to keep up with her, but I was doomed. There was a murmur, a hushed, wounded murmur. There was a murmur, a hushed, wounded murmur. Water tumbling over stone, the sound a creek makes when it moans. We'd walk through the thicket and we're covered in birds. She said yes, but she didn't say when. Her love for me had come to an end. She said no, can't be made right. Even if we could go back to that night. There was a soft window of skin and her exposed back. A soft window of skin and her exposed back. Pale faceless, harmless swath. In my heart splattered a sickly moth. She begged to pick up something on the railroad track. There was a smell, rank smell of devil's claw. There was a smell, rank smell of devil's claw. Its pot splitting open as if on stage. The wind picked up the claw, start to twitch, jangling seeds, shivering grass, and a crow's call. There was a dress, black boa constricting dress. There was a dress, black boa constricting dress. In it she curved down a winding road. She said the difference between you and me, so you know is you hold on to me. I want much less. She said yes. She didn't say when. Her love for me had come to an end. She said, no, it can't be made right. Even if we could go back to that night. I loved what you were doing there.
Thanks.
That might have been my favorite. I mean, we've only played that 3 times maybe, but that might have been my favorite we've ever played. Oh, thanks to Sug19, her favorite song. Oh.
Susie.
Hmm.
Might be our pal.
All right.
If it is, that was for you.
That was for you. Thank you. Oh man. Wow. I love people communicating with their other friends that are watching.
I know, that's so sweet. Thank you for the nice tips.
Oh
Erica
yeah.
and
Wow.
Donna, I think it was.
Thank you so much, friends.
So nice.
Oh, I didn't even do it in the right order here. I've already messed it up, but that's all right. That's
Did
felt
anyone
good.
notice?
I think a bunch of people are going to complain later. They're like, "You said you were going to do it in the order and you didn't." I'm gonna do this one now. If
Okay.
That's right.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever performed this, so I'm nervous. Is that okay?
Really?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever performed this for anybody. I can never remember a time I have.
Wow. Okay.
One time, Jiro and I worked on it.
I bet you performed it for me, like in
Yeah.
January 2008, and I was like, man.
So you guys can, if you want to give it a thumbs down too, that's okay. Or you can say you guys should be starting every set with the song. I mean, I think it's interesting kind of going back to these old songs and feeling like, I feel very self-conscious about some of these. I feel like it's kind of like looking at my old like junior high pictures or something, and you're like, you realize you do these things and you're doing them in this time in your life, and you're not self-conscious in the way that you become self-conscious later. I mean, maybe in junior high you're super self-conscious, but I don't know. There's
like I thought that baggy sweatshirt looked great on me.
Yeah, I thought some of these songs were so cool, or like these lines were so great, and I realize now, like I would, if I'd had someone looking over my shoulder and helping me with this, or if I'd go back now, it would change a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But when I look back and just be like, oh yeah, I'm just kind of not judging them and accepting them as these part of the journey of
Everyone
creating.
here is not judging them; they're accepting them as part of the journey. I'm sure, right? You all would say that, right?
Anyway, I feel very fortunate that I get to play them at all, and that they still, I don't know.
I'm gonna step off the stage and let you take the center stage.
All right.
I'm gonna slide over to this.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Whoa, wow, whoa, center stage. That feels different. That's like,
I know.
oh my goodness. All right. This door won't close, it knows why I'm here, 5 feet and 9 inches. I turned off thinking about and took to something else. My hand looked one color, hairy and quick like a spider. Walls are folded into each other, while I remain nailed to the furniture. Ribs raised to smooth swelling. It was this way the last time, but when I told the judge, he laughed and attacked me with red teeth, digging out my chest with his tongue. This door won't close, it knows why I'm here, 5 feet and 9 inches. I turned off thinking about and started to look with my hand. It turns one color, hairy and quick like a spider. To the shadow of a tree in nighttime. Day like rotting fruit unfastens its skin. We go gather up the rinds and preserve them somewhere damp. When I told the judge, he laughed. What he said could not be stenographed. I cannot close the door, it knows why I'm here. It's 5 feet and 9 inches. We turned off thinking about. My hand turned up in the air. It was the same in color, hairy and quick as a spider. It's mostly dark here, but a few clear things. A banner of light jackknives into the room. The door is ajar. I have only one question. How can I slow my hand down and mummify my skin? Oh, thank you. All right. Bringing Suze back on to save the night here. Whew.
That sounded great.
Oh, thanks.
I really did.
Thank you. It was fun to play it. It's been fun to work on it the last couple of days to kind of remember this thing that I wrote 20 years ago, you know?
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, too kind, everybody. Thank you so much for the generous tips that are coming in. Thank you so much to those who've joined the Patreon page. That is making a world of difference for us right now, to just know that we have something we can count on, because there's so much that we all can't count on right now. And I know that a lot of people are struggling. So this is more for the people that feel like they're able to and are not in that stressful place. Or if you want to just put in $3 a month, that can make a big difference. And I think it's really the new model for like how are artists going to survive, because the way we've been doing it is not sustainable. And I think the pandemic has made so many of us realize that what we were doing was not sustainable. But you're kind of just in the grind of it, and it has a momentum to it. And you're like, we have to go and book more shows. And even if we're not making money on these shows, we have to do it. And we have all these people to take care of. And so I think for us to have to pause and to kind of be like, all right, we have to come up with a new model. And for us, that's building a community on Patreon to support what we're doing, that just believes in it and wants us to keep making music regardless of anything else around us, and kind of help create a little world for us to keep doing that. So thank you to those that have joined up already. All right, I'm excited about this one. Another deep cut from I Turned Off Thinking About. We're going to skip over the song that Jordan wrote because I didn't play anything on it. Jordan just went in later with Taylor and was like, I have this song I'm working on and I want to record it. And I was so glad that he let me put it on this record because I love it so much. It's called Adam and Eve. So if you don't have this and you need me to mail you this, you're going to tell me your address and I'm going to put a stamp on it and we're going to mail it to you. Just like that.
Yeah, we're just going to put a little sticky
note. And you're going to get to hear
sticky note with your address on it.
This amazing song by my cousin Jordan Wax, who helped me make this record. But
I don't think I've heard that song. I don't really listen to this record that often.
I'm going to play it for you later because it's so amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Great. I'm excited.
Didn't Mama tell you Katie Tay? Didn't Mama tell you cow can't be trusted? Didn't Mama tell Katie Tay she must have? Didn't Mama tell you not to go? Didn't Mama tell you pray to the Virgin? Cause Jezebel's hurting all our people to the north. ones, better watch after your little ones. Did Papa tell you not to go? Did Papa tell you dogs barking in the night? How that returning souls and migrants fly? The desert can swallow you whole. You're face down in the sand. Face down in the sand. How you gonna reach the promised land? Face down in the sand. Face down in the sand. Your blood will pay the tribute that Queen Jezebel demands. Your bones built the fire upon which the blind and idle stand. Your body fuels the fire by which Babylon stands. Face down in the sand. Oh, that song I do remember playing at Toad in the early days in Porter Square. I feel like a couple late nights. That was a song that like got pulled out of the deep catalog. Do you remember that at all? Can you recall ever playing that one?
Oh yeah. It was the moments when I was like glad he also wrote songs like Rosamar.
Fair enough. But sometimes late night bar.
Yeah, we had these
Cambridge.
3-hour gigs on Sunday nights, and I was the only one in the band with a day job. So these other schmucks would sleep in all day Monday morning.
Oh, I know. I felt like we finally made it. And we got like a 10 p.m. gig. You're like, that's the gig you want, is like play every 10 p.m. at Sunday night in Porter Square. But poor Suze had to get up, go to a real job the next morning. I don't know how you did that.
I don't know either.
You bike to your didn't you bike to your gig sometimes? You bike to your job?
To my job, yeah.
Luckily, you lived very close to the venue. I mean, for a while you lived around the corner.
Venue too, yeah. But I would still drive you guys home. I was the only one with the car. I was the only one with the job and the car.
Jiro lived so far away. He lived in it felt like the other end of the world, even though it was just like a half hour.
I noticed this had a note for Dobro on
there. There was a Dobro note for.
That was in Jiro's handwriting, though.
Yeah, he looked like maybe Jiro wrote.
And
these are some old. Yeah, I know. I still have. Yeah, for the Jiro Solder. Yeah, Jiro Solder. Yeah. That's Jiro's handwriting. He's like, all right, Dobro Solo right here. All right.
Wow.
Oh man, we have Road to Puerto Encino. At some point, maybe for Patreon, we'll go like real deep cut. Like those are deep. Amy's referencing like one of the kind of like the first songs I wrote after the Cat's Pajamas. That was like the high school band that Jordan and I had. Was a song I put on a little self-titled record. That was the first song on that record. One of these nights, I'm gonna pull that out, but maybe for Patreon. Maybe I don't know if I want that to be publicly out, like in the world. But I appreciate that very much, Amy. All right, so we're gonna play this song, and this was when I wrote this song. I was so deeply into Townes Van Zandt, and so it was my attempt to try to write a song like Our Mother the Mountain. That was the model for this song. And I just love that record that he did. It was just him and another acoustic guitar player and a fiddler. And I think just hearing those songs stripped down, like that was the most exciting way for me to hear to hear kind of singer-songwriter music at that time in my life. So when I met Suze and kind of like have someone who was so adept at the fiddle and could play that style was really got me excited because it referenced the kind of thing I was obsessed with at that time, this Townes Van Sant style. And this is an old song called You Will Be Dishonest. She was always scared at the rate at which things were changing. She begged, lend your night to me, all the dogs round here mangy. This thing I'll do, but I will make no promise. It's already sealed, she said, you will be dishonest. Well, the red in the sky seeped out and dark clouds appeared. There was no shadow in the town as grasshoppers drew near. He said there's a curse upon this land. She said the curse is in our bones. Scorpions gathered as we retired, and in the distance someone moaned. Dark curled beauty, won't you curl up beside me? But a darting tadpole eyes said she would not abide me. She said you have your disciples like flies swarming to me. That hangs next to the pig heads of those butchers in the street. Star-crossed strangers, crisscrossed hearts, the only things that do not hurt are the things that never start. I said, show me all your scars, they have stories I've heard. This one's from my first love, this life one from the third. What is this scar that cuts across your thigh? It is the one you will deliver me tonight. Well, her fingers turned, eyes closed, her head turned towards the door. Your affection is a withered rose, bother me no more. So I staggered out into the night, a skeleton cast from its tomb. But at dawn I woke and found myself back in her room. Well, when lips tip you like sin, there's not much that you can do to beat back the flame slowly encircling you. Before the blow struck, before the hand was raised, oh, we had seen the future, but we doomed to be its slave. Star-crossed strangers, crisscrossed hearts, the only things that do not hurt are the things that never start. This thing I'll do, but I will make no promise. This thing I'll do, but I will make no promise. This thing I'll do, but I will make no promise. It's already sealed, she said, you will be summers. Oh, thank you so much. I loved what you were doing on there. We need to like
Thanks.
figure out a song that's not this song that we can play that's in that same world.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I don't know. I guess there were a lot of songs in minor keys on this record,
Mm-hmm.
and that's not as much as something that we do nowadays.
Yeah. Did you mean to do it so crooked, like it doesn't fit into 4 measures? The lines are.
There was
nothing.
There was nothing.
No. Very tricky about that.
Yeah, there's nothing thoughtful about it in terms of like what it's supposed to fit or not fit or anything.
Yeah, maybe we just like add a measure here and there. Just
Definitely. Oh man, you guys, you're too kind.
Really nice hearts going on.
You guys, we're having fun playing the first record. If you want it, send us an email, send us your address. We'll put a stamp on it and we'll mail it to you because we don't even bring these on tour usually, and so we'd love to just have these be in your hands. The first record, it's kind of like the prehistory almost because it was before that. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like, it feels unfair that it has the name of the band, but it's just, that's how it was. This was the MySpace. This was the first thing up on MySpace were these songs. So thanks to Scott David for listening to that and getting us that gig. But thanks to Jordan Wax and Taylor for helping me make that record. And thanks to all of you for letting us play it tonight. Next week, all requests. And the week after that, we're going to be doing something for the Day of the Dead. We'll be doing another all Spanish night in 2 weeks. And then we'll take election night off. But everybody, please vote, as Suze's shirt is saying. If you haven't voted already, please do so. You were thinking about maybe a song you could
play a song that
I
was playing around the time that David and I met. I was playing with a couple different bands, and this is one of the songs they used to play. It's called The Alabama Waltz. Intro. I was sad and blue, downhearted too. It seemed like the whole world was lost. And I took a chance. We happened to dance to the tune of the Alabama Waltz. Waltz, the Alabama Waltz. There all my fears and troubles were lost. There in my arms, your arms will follow your charms. We dance to the Alabama Waltz. I was sad and blue, downhearted too. It seemed like the whole world was lost. I took a chance. We happened to dance to the tune of the Alabama Waltz. Waltz, waltz, the Alabama Waltz. There all my fears and troubles were lost. race to the Alabama.
All right, Darren, we've got a request for the Sue's prehistory.
Oh,
Old
yeah.
time songs.
You
And
know, did I record with Milk on 9 record ever?
I don't know if you guys ever made a record, so we just have to.
I have that
Play
one
it. I
song
just
on
have
my
to-
old lullaby album.
I'm just gonna have
Or
to
my-
back you up for one of these nights here.
Oh, that'd be
Or
great.
get
Yeah,
your
I
brother to join us for a night. That'd be great.
Yeah, I can do that. I'll give you a night of Sue's prehistory. It's just like bluegrass and old time songs.
People would
That'd be
love
really
that.
fun.
I know
Yeah,
people would love that. That'd be
that
amazing.
sounds. Darren, I'm gonna do that for sure. That sounds great.
All right, Suze. I know you don't want to
Yeah.
join me on this one because it's too crooked, but do you want to try something?
Sure.
Just kind of, with understanding that Suze and I we basically just played this for the first time tonight before this show because we've been mostly working on new music, which is exciting. That's what we've been most excited about recently. So we didn't spend a lot of time preparing this one song, the last song on this record. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight as we go deep. The deep cuts.
If you
I
want to
turned off
hear
thinking about.
the recorded version of this, send us an email, give us your address, and we will gladly mail it to you. on
And
the
thank you
house.
so much to everybody that's given a tip or joined on Patreon, gone over to Venmo or PayPal. We really appreciate it so much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Anything else to mention on any of this stuff?
Very soon, this box set of vinyl that's up at our online store is going to have, it should be tomorrow. They said it'd be ready by tomorrow. I have to double check that, but that was the date they said. Everything got pushed back pandemic style.
Said
But
what? Who
that's a
said
new
what?
vinyl record of Carpenter Bird. The remastered remix version is going to be available, and that'll be included in these box sets. And for all the people that have pre-ordered it, that will be coming your way soon.
Nice.
So thank you for your patience. Thanks to everybody that pre-ordered it. We're so excited for you guys to have it in your hands. It turned out great. And we'll see you next week for all requests. We're not going to have a set list. We're just going to come up here, and if you request The Road to Puerto Encino, I might, pull it out then. And I promise. Just turn it off. All right. Before we even get going, we have to stop
Hi,
Instagram. Sorry,
Instagram.
guys. Thank you so much for being here. All right. Give me 1 second while
Okay, sure.
I save this up there.
Sure. What were we just talking about?
Next week, all requests.
Oh, I was thinking if you have a request, you could send us a message on Patreon or an email or Facebook or Instagram message. And in case it's like a deep cut, like The Road to Puerto Encino, we could practice it. So I'm just putting that out there. You could send your request early.
We did. Oh yeah, the full album live stream. It's going up there with all the full album. So anybody that wants to hear us,
But if you go to IGTV, all these are saved. All these shows are saved. So if you wanted to hear an album that you didn't get to hear yet, it's over there.
and I promised every bone in my face to you. Every bone belongs to you, my weary pilgrim. Furrowed countenance, small pitchfork lay buried between your eyebrows. Iron in your forehead. Fireflies smolder amidst fluttering blades of grass, and the flowers arrested like tiny clothes fists have slowly begun. to open their sleeping fingers. I feel night falling, how it pours around us. A river curved to fit the bone of its dark velvet. Or to stretch the river of night that tightly. Had I not waited anxiously enough for you to return, my bony side awaits you now, ribs aching. For I was born one of the crooked, and only now straightened out my spine, that I may reach your lips. We did it. We did it.
I would never let that bridge slide. This bridge in the middle of the song. I noted to David that the riff is in G minor. If anyone knows anything about music, that's sort of a basic fact. The riff is in G minor, yet he ends on a G major third. You sing the B even though it's in G minor. It's so strange. I'm sure you played this one for me.
And you also nixed
14
it.
years ago, I was like, oh, what would I possibly play when he's playing a minor chord and singing a major third? You don't even know you're doing it. Do you still hear it? Can you hear it?
No, I think, if we really isolated it.
Well, let's isolate it.
Oh, yeah? You want to really?
Well, just let them all hear how.
All right. What part is it?
What's the word when you're like
dissonant?
Exploratory.
Oh,
or
exploratory.
Or what's the word when you're
That's kind of a generous term for it. Exploratory.
I'm saying that you're being so what's the word when you're like really
non-musical?
No, it's quite interesting. Just play.
Which part?
As if a small pitch.
Long pitchfork.
Speak up.
Between your eyebrows. Eyebrows.
I mean, it works for like 1 second, but you're playing. But then you play the minor again. It's really quite beautiful.
Oh, I'm glad you like it. I thought earlier you were saying it as if
I am. I am and I'm not. I mean, it's very unusual. It's very avant-garde.
Oh, thank you. That's it. I was very avant-garde 20 years ago.
But I'm not sure you knew it was happening. I think maybe you thought you were singing a minor. I don't know.
I don't think I knew enough about, like
major and minor.
To know. I just can't tell if I'm singing major or minor. That's too beyond my capacities.
But you said it's in G minor riff. You knew that.
I knew that I did that B flat. I knew that B flat. I was listening to The Woman King. Do you know that record? The Iron Wine record? It's like this little EP that he put out. And I was in college and it was pretty stripped down, kind of just grooves like that. That just sounded like an Iron Wine groove to me. And that's what I was into. So I just probably had this poem and I just was I'm just going to sing this poem over it. And I didn't think about major or minor and,
I think it really works, but.
And I'm like, I have this bridge that is totally disconnected and unrelated, but that'll be cool. And on the record, it sounds cool. Jordan played some cool, beautiful things over that.
I'll take a listen. And if you all want to listen, send us your address and we will put this in the mail for you. We're just going to put a stamp on it and send it to you. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight.
Experimental. Thank you, Melanie. Experimental, avant-garde, experimental. Who knew? Not phrases that people associate with our band very much. But
we haven't dug into the early.
Thank you guys so much for being here. Thanks to Nano for watching the kids. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us here on this Tuesday night in Charlottesville, Virginia. Please vote, and we'll see you guys next week for an all request night, and then next week after that for a Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos Especial, all Spanish. Thank you guys so much. So much love. Thanks to all the generous tippers out there. Really appreciated. Awesome, you guys.
Good
We're
night,
gonna end this.
everyone.
We'll see you guys soon, all right?